even with those, the necessary security clearances can only access the information on a need-to-know basis, and you only need to know so much. They're hidden from public oversight and accounting. No, in other words, no watchdog committee watches over them. And they probably consume, for example, in 2013, Edward Snowden leaked secret government documentation that proved, A, they do exist, and B, we spent about $52.6 billion for those operations in 2013. So that all goes back to last night's show. $52.6 billion. How many doctor's appointments would that be? And now something, by the way, coming up, of course, we have a guest tonight. Eventually we will be getting to him. Preston Dennett, quite a survey. The apparitions were mostly males, and it's where the cause of death was known. And in 30% of the cases, the person had died violently. That may not sound very significant. It's 30%, right? But the percentage of violent deaths in the study during the relevant time period, studies of reincarnation cases, most notably by the late Ian Stevenson, show the same pattern of mostly males being involved again and again and again. So, I guess mean in this life, mean in that life. And then there's no way I can let Cecil go without comment. Cecil the lion. It's got to be the saddest doggone story I've ever seen. Cecil was killed by a dentist. I guess you know that now, right? This was a lion in a preserve in Africa. In a preserve. And it is said that it was lured out of the preserve so this dentist could, from what I heard, shoot bows and arrows, arrows at it. And then I guess it was up to like 40 hours before poor Cecil, loved by many and tagged, by the way, died. It took him a long time to die. So this guy could have his people lure him out and shoot him.
Well, what kind of fresh hell are we going to get into tonight?
The public is really ticked off. I mean, really ticked off. Now this doctor has sort of just disappeared. I don't blame him. Everybody's after him. He's much hated. But it's just really a sad story if you could see this lion.
Vampires, werewolves.
Bring you close to crying.
Let's try this one.
I have cats, as you know. Recently lost my Yeti. Oh, God, that was hard. But so Cecil's nothing but a big cat. Really big cat. Was a really big cat till the dentist shot him. So that's a big deal. And then there's one final item, and then we'll break. And that is, I discussed this the other day. I brought it up. It's the cube. I don't know why I'm stuck on the cube, but I'm stuck on the cube. And I asked Keith to bring it to the top of the website, which he did. But then he thought I was done with it, and I was just going to discard the cube like it was nothing. And so he eliminated it from the website, and I called him today and said, Keith, where's the cube? I thought you were done with it. No, I'm far from done with the cube. And I'm going to discuss this with our guest coming up.
Fuck them insects.
No, I'm not done with the cube. I would like you all to go there and look at it if you get a chance. These are still photographs taken, I might add, by many people. That's really important. Taken by many people. So please go take a look at it. And I think this is something serious. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm fooled. Maybe I am a fool. But it's being discarded by much of the UFO community. Why? Because, well, it's a cube. And I think that is a tragic, serious mistake on the part of ufology. Now, maybe it's
Maybe it's not a UFO, bro. Maybe it's
balloon
interdimensional.
I don't know, but it's really odd. It doesn't belong. Certainly doesn't belong popping out of a cloud. Here's my thinking. Who are we to say that a UFO has got to look like a flying saucer? I mean, isn't it just silly to say that? For all we know, UFOs are invisible. Or UFOs are cubes. Or something else that doesn't make sense. I think this cube is extremely mysterious, real because many people got photographs from different locations. And it started me thinking, well, ufology seems to be sort of dismissing this, and I think it's because it's not a saucer. How could we possibly know how they think? How could we even guess what they might build? Isn't that rather, what's the right word?
Presumptuous.
Egotistical of us, or
sure.
Earth-centered of us, or human-centered of us to be doing? I think there's something really there. And because it doesn't look like what we imagine, doesn't mean it isn't worth our attention. Go to artbell.com. You'll see it at the top. And you can hear the comments of the people.
No ideology.
Right.
This is going to be ridiculous
Preston
enough.
Dennett began investigating UFOs and paranormal. Tonight we're not going to concentrate so much on UFOs. Well, a little cube talk at the beginning. And then out of body. And maybe some ghosts. Anyway, he started all this back in '86 when he discovered that his family, friends, co-workers were having dramatic and unexplained encounters. Since then, he's interviewed hundreds of witnesses, investigated a wide variety of paranormal phenomena. He is a field investigator for the MUFON UFO Network, a ghost hunter, a paranormal researcher, the author of 17 books and 100 articles. Wow. Been all over the place. Radio shows, TV shows, history channels, deep sea UFOs and UFO hunters. His research has been presented, for example, by the LA Times, LA Daily News, Dallas Morning News. You get the idea. All over the place. He's taught various classes on paranormal subjects and lectures across the U.S. He currently lives in Reseda, California, and he'll tell you all about his website. He will be here in a few moments.
The clock strikes 12, and Midnight in the Desert is pounding packets your way on the Dark Matter Digital Network. To call the show, please direct your finger digits to dial 1-952-225-5278. That's 1-952. Call ART.
So go take a look at the cube. Actually, two separate people who happen to catch good shots of the cube coming out of a cloud, or whatever it is it's doing. And I'm telling you, it's weird. Well, all right, on now to Preston Dennett. We're going to talk about a lot of things out of body, mainly, I think, but we're going to start with the cube. Hey, Preston.
Hi, Art. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. You are in Reseda, California, right?
That's right.
Okay. I called you before the show, and I said, look at the cube. And I take it you did.
I looked at the cube.
Okay. Now, it doesn't look like a UFO. Well, in the strictest sense, I guess it does. It's unidentified and it appears to be flying. Other than that, though, it doesn't match up with the, what most people think it ought to look like, but it's weird. Really weird.
Right. No, it's not silver or metallic. It's not saucer shaped. It's not V-shaped. It's not, spherical.
Right.
These are the common ones that, I think we hear a lot of.
Yes, but they might not think like us, huh?
Well, how could they possibly? I mean, by definition, they are alien. And this is one of the things that's really, I think, kind of frustrating and at the same time interesting about, investigating UFOs is the variety of these craft. Yes, we do get a lot of saucer shapes, but I don't think there's a shape out there that we haven't heard about. Whether it's crosses or donut shapes or crescent shapes, or it just goes on. I had one guy tell me, I don't know how to describe the shape. It wasn't octagonal. It had all these different sides that were different lengths. It was very oddly shaped, like a lump. That's how he kind of described it.
We seem to want it to be a saucer,
Yeah, saucers are nice shapes, definitely. Very convenient, but certainly that's not the only thing people are seeing.
I think that came from the early movies, science fiction movies that we had, because they were all saucers.
Right, it's interesting because Kenneth Arnold, he didn't actually see saucers, and apparently the Roswell craft wasn't, technically a saucer.
There you go. Right,
So,
you're absolutely right. Okay, well, anyway. I really
He's like, well, anyway.
I want people to look at it. It is, to me, as much, if not more, of a mystery than, stuff that's like a saucer.
Yeah, you know what I like about the photograph actually is you can see this thing before it's fully formed.
Oh yes.
So it's as if it's interdimensional coming into our
yes
physical space.
That's the other thing. I mean, who says their method of propulsion is remotely like anything we even imagine? It might have just materialized there.
Right, but you can see it interacting with the cloud.
Yes.
It clearly looks like a very large object at quite a distance from the cameras.
Yes.
It would be hard to fake for sure.
It would,
and
I don't think it was a fake. I mean, when people get it from different angles, I suppose it could be a fake craft, as it were, but it's not a fake photograph, that's for sure.
Well, I listened to the interview, and you can tell the witnesses are obviously sincere.
Yes.
And with multiple witnesses, well, right off the bat, there you've got a good case.
But it didn't go nuts like most things like that would, and I'm convinced the reason it didn't go nuts, even though it was covered, is because it didn't look right.
Right. It's kind of Arthur C. Clarke, 2001, The Monolith. Kind of, maybe it scared people a little bit.
Exactly right. I'm getting a little notice of internet connection problem from you, but I don't hear it. You sound great.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, well, so much for you, Skype. All right. Let's move to OBEs, and I really, really love the subject of OBEs, Preston. I only had one in my whole life. It happened when Ramona and I went to Paris, France, and it was amazing, Preston. I had been asleep. This is the only way I can describe it. I was in the most joyous, welcoming, amazing place I had ever been. It was absolute pure joy.
Weird.
But it scared the heck out of me, and I snapped right out of it.
This is.
I was somewhere else.
What
I
else?
mean,
Yeah, there's so much.
instantaneously, I was somewhere else. An amazing place of some kind. But boy, did it shock me, Preston. I didn't do any tours. I didn't get to go to some other place on the earth, as people have been described to do with OBEs. But it was incredible.
Let's see.
There aren't words. So
No, there really aren't. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But we're on a radio show, so we're going to have to find words.
Gotta find words. Oh, shit. Why did I do that? Shit. God dang it. Hopefully it pulls it back up. Yeah, there it
What
goes.
is an out-of-body experience?
Good grief.
Well,
Leave it alone.
The simple definition is an out-of-body experience is when you perceive yourself as being separate
Okay.
from your body. And to elaborate that
I don't know,
a
man.
little bit,
I'm gonna leave it at that. I
we all
think
have
that's a
dream
lot.
body, or an astral body, if you
The
will.
hunger rates
which is separate from the physical.
125%.
We're kind of projecting
Like,
down here.
Hacker and
from
electro, you can't
the
be
so-called
both.
Other side into a physical body. So an out-of-body experience is sort of the reverse of that.
Ah.
It's a projection, but in fact we're going towards, our source. And
Oh yeah. Which one do I want?
Right. Not only have a physical body.
I think I'm gonna
and an
take
astral
the
body.
electromancer.
As you get into this, it gets a little bit more complicated than that.
Yeah.
What is the
Genes are
source?
heritable.
Where we come from.
Yeah.
God, all that is, the spirit which moves through all things, the universe, the light.
Oh, you can
Goes by
ignore
many
the
different
restrictions
names in
if you
different
want, but
cultures.
it's fine.
It's pretty
Wait,
clear when you start
overcharged
doing
pocket
this
lacks a
there's
prerequisite
something
gene,
up there.
radiomancer.
Okay,
Alright, well,
I'm
where
gonna
the
give you
hell's...
a gift that will keep on giving. Okay.
Where is... should be here.
You mentioned the light,
Radiomancer.
John Lear is a friend of mine. You know the name, I'm sure, right?
Am I not just not seeing it? Am I stupid?
Fame, Daddy. Anyway, I did a very serious interview with John Lear.
There's no
One in which he
radiomancer.
said, the most important thing I'm ever going to tell you, Art, is something
Radio.
when you die, you will have a choice of going to the light
Answer?
or the darkness.
Oh,
Don't
yeah, there it is.
go to the light. It's a trick. And I'll leave you with that, Preston, for you to think about that the rest of your life.
I don't know, man. What did it say?
I don't know. I've been in the light. I've gone out of my body. I've done all of this.
The radiomancer gene.
So
Okay.
you're here to say the light is the way.
It's part of the universe.
Alright, then, we'll see.
There's a source there. There's something really wonderful within, the so-called light that near-death experiencers are reporting. Absolutely.
Must be...
So, are you sure enough of the goodness of the light to say, John's all wet, go to the light?
None of those.
Yeah. I think that you're going to
None of
be
those.
what I would say when you're at that point, make the decision then. This is not something you don't want to do. I mean, if you're uncomfortable with it.
See, this
crap.
driven me nuts ever since. I mean, you make the wrong choice and there's no going back.
Not seeing it. Oh well. Can I not? Yeah, fuck that. Ignore restrictions.
Who are stuck here on the physical
Yeah,
plane
spine,
as
whatever.
ghosts. And a lot of these people don't even know they're dead. And this actually turns up.
Overcharged pocket.
much
Okay, I
every
don't need
out-of-body
overcharged
book
pocket then.
I've ever
All right,
read.
Get rid of
all
that
right,
shit.
all right. Did you hear what I read at the beginning of the program about a study in Iceland of the people who died violently?
Yeah, whatever.
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
heard it.
eat like
Oh
a
my God,
crazy person,
Yeah.
probably.
This is a problem.
So it's real. In other words, I've
5
said
people?
jokingly a few times, nasty
What's
on
this?
this side, nasty on that side. You think some truth
Is
to
this
that?
crash landed?
Yeah,
Hell, I don't
There's
remember.
kind of levels of vibration, and if you are vibrating, with low-level emotions
I
like
don't-
lust or anger,
I don't
or
remember.
greed, or all of this kind of stuff, violence, you're not gonna be able to move up to the
Whatever.
higher realms, where it vibrates much faster.
How
It's
about
much
that?
more beautiful. You have many more, what I would call, I guess, supernatural powers.
Okay,
This sort of
this
thing.
will work.
I've had the lust.
Let's
thing.
get rid of them scars.
Oh yeah, this is
Need some
something
equipment.
that the
I
astral
ain't playing
body
no
is actually called
games.
the desire body. And this is
Really?
something you'll
Let's see.
find out pretty quick if you start doing this stuff
I just
regularly,
need a couple decent
because, this is where all
guns.
your
We need
emotions come
guns.
from, and your suppressions and anything you've really not dealt with. And when you pop out of body, this is not at all unusual. For people to become absolutely terrified.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
Okay.
Or completely joyous. Or
Yeah.
Sorry.
consumed with lust.
Kill that for a second.
Or, the desire to eat food.
It seems to me if you pop out of your body and then get consumed with lust, you're in real trouble because you need that body.
Yeah, you need your body. You're right
Well,
about that,
it's
Art.
very much like having an erotic
100%.
dream, except you're awake.
I get it.
Definitely need your body.
So, it's actually a really wonderful experience because you can live out pretty much any fantasy.
What is this? I don't know what this is. This is a gun.
Food.
Looks cool.
You can
Let's
do
pick
just
this
about
one.
Anything that you can think of. The power of thought
And then,
on the other side is
I don't know.
amazing. You just think of it,
Couple more
and,
decent
you can-
guns. I don't know.
That's a huge
Okay,
effect.
the way you're talking about it,
I don't have
leaves
time
not
to
much
grind for
question
shit.
in anybody's mind. You've been there.
I absolutely believe I have. I really do. I think that we
About a
actually all
Hellcat
have
rifle, I
out-of-body
don't know.
experiences, but the trick is really
What's
remembering
this?
them. And I'm not alone with this. This is what other out-of-body travelers say as well.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Gee,
cool.
I can't forget mine. It was so profound that I can't forget it.
3.
There are various tricks, aren't there, for getting out of your body.
Excuse
Let's
me.
go there. I have heard it said
Okay.
that, for example, feeling
We're gonna need some shit
paralyzed
because I'm
and
not, like I
hearing a
said,
buzzing sound
like
is
I said, I'm not grinding. Not tonight. Not for this stream. Tonight. Let's see. Components, because okay. Now I got components. Advanced components. Advanced components are kind of difficult to come by without adding a whole ass other mod where you can just make them easily. I'm just going to start out with a bunch. I mean a lot. I'm going to do 3,000. Okay. And I'm also going to have 3,000 components. I'm probably going to get rated right away for that and made to pay. I have no doubt. Should I start out with some steel? Yeah, because I don't feel like I'm having to, yeah, screw that. We're starting out with steel. Why? Because I can. Because I'm an adult. And I can play with my toys however I want. So we got steel. How about some plasteel? Why not? Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey, do it. Okay. I think, yeah, it's gonna be like 3,000 steel too. 3,000 plasteel. And I'm good with that. That's a good start. And I got these people that I made yesterday. Saved them. Reincarnating them. They're being respawned. So this is how they're starting out. We're not starting out as punks. We have decent weapons. Wait, what were their stats like? Hold on, because I'm gonna... Nah, nope. Like I said, I ain't got time. I'm gonna bump up all their stuff. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. We're trying to get to the nitty gritty right now. I could play this game for hours, man, and like barely, if I even survive, right? Like barely can make it just a few tiles away, much less travel all the way to the other side of the planet to get on the starship. That's a full, man, that's a lot of play. I've got a lot of hours in this game. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. I think we'll be able to survive